Good evening to all. A few news items internationally and home stuff as well. Let's kick off with what the Dutch MP for Peace said in a video conference to Zelensky. The same old rubbish. We'll support you in every way to your liberation of your enemies and stuff like that. And Zelensky was a little bit pissed off because he forgot to mention one thing. The EC membership of Ukraine in the country. In the European Union, basically. And there are countries which are against, like Holland, Germany. They're saying, hold your horses, mate. Not so easy, nicotine. You know, was really pissed off, Zelensky. Him and his staff. They told, was it the other day? The F words to the European Union. And there are countries continue to support him. I think they're just like little kids, Zelensky and his staff, spoiled brats. You shouldn't give them new toys. You should spank them on their buttocks. Good old spanking, and the old-fashioned way. You put these spoiled brats in line when they throw the toys out of their pram and start crying. You can say, well, little kids behave like this, but grown-ups, no way. So there was a Dutch journalist which was asking him about the corruption in Ukraine. And he goes, what corruption do you? He said, do you live here? He goes, how do you accumulate a personal fortune of $800 million? You've got houses in Miami, London, all over the world, even in Italy. I think he's got two. He's got one at Forte di Marma here in Toscana, and the other one, God knows where it is. and he goes, what are you talking about? He goes, corruption in Ukraine. There's a lot of it. This one fell off out of the tree. Oh my God. It just makes you laugh, the Zelensky character. The problem is, you got stupid people which listen to this Burke, this twat, or whatever you can call it. There you are. How could even be considered candidate for EU membership? It takes 15 or 20 years if it goes everything right. Doesn't respect the parameters regarding human rights, corruption, and other things which are evaluated, taking into consideration Brussels. They give you that because we give you weapons and you're going to fight Russians for us. In exchange, we'll give you the EU membership. No way. The Russians have been up to some missile testing with their Zircon missiles. They fired a Zircon missile in the White Sea. I think it's in that Scandinavian area. Obviously, the Finland and Sweden, I think they're a little bit concerned about this missile flying over their heads, basically. It's a demonstration. It's a piece of military hardware. You cannot shoot a hypersonic missile down. And there is no way of detecting it as well. You're mistaking it for, a fighter jet. It goes a lot more faster. Well, that put them in an alarm a little bit. The thing is, I think a week ago, there was a, God knows who it is, person from the EU saying all the NATO member countries in the EU will have only ammunition for 2 weeks. Good to know. Italy. This week was a commemoration of the what they call it, the killings of Carpacci. Giovanni Falcone, an anti-mafia judge, which was assassinated on the 26th of May of 1990, yes, or 91, by the organised crime in Sicily. And there was a television programme, which is a good programme, which they do it on state television here in Italy, RAI, which is called Reporter. When they start digging in the dirt, in nitty gritty, they then give monkeys who it's all about. And a few days before, their special about who was behind the killings of Giovanni Falcone, Borsellino, La DIA, it's not the American DIA, it's the Italian one. Distretto Investigativo Antimafia. It's a bit like special division for investigation into organised crimes, basically. They searched this journalist's house looking for material regarding about the programme. That's a bit weird because this programme claims there's more to it than it was told at that time to the public, and obviously these mobsters were put on trial and found guilty of this, but they never found out who was the whistleblower in at Palermo, who basically it's district attorney office where judges investigate. Tribunal. They never find out who was the whistleblower. And a bit strange, these guys of the investigation of anti-organised crime, they sharp and start digging and looking for evidence. And it's not the first time this programme, someone sent the old bill to search for documents or end up in some legal trouble because they're not watchdogs of any type of regime. When they do an investigation into some article or some issue in Newsline, they go deep down, like with the Kung Flu, how it was dealt in Italy. And that helped Italy to open up a criminal investigation into that, involving the Italian government, United Nations, and all the members of the Parliament at the time. And we didn't have anything more about it because it started from the judges of Bergamo, the mysterious deaths. Could have been prevented, did the government took provincial measures or whatever. The fact is, in that area, Lombardia, they sent, was it more than 400 military personnel with gears to tackle this type of emergency. They only were there for 2 days, then afterwards were called back. And the Italian Corte di Conte is a state Supreme Court, and they're asking for the accountability of these expenses because it was a waste of public money, because they never went for a real emergency. You send all these men and all this gear up there, and then after 2 days they come back. How much it cost? And seems to be a bit of a cover-up from the Italian government and the high ranks of the military here in Italy of these costs. They never even mention it. They say we act under the Civil Defence Act because they say when there's an emergency you can't be accountable for the costs of operations. They're hiding behind that, but the Corte di Conte is asking, we want to know, because it costs a hell of a lot of money for what?